we have a little bit of transfer business to update you on. We've also then got a game against what I believe is my favourite Dutch team. So let's get into it. Welcome back. Club 4, episode 14. How high those numbers are now. It's almost time for us to leave. Maybe. We still have Foday Fofana. He's still here. I wasn't able to sell him. I did try. Wasn't successful. But I saw what I could do without upsetting him, and it wasn't much. You can see up here we've lost a game that I'm pretty upset about, but we'll cover that as well. But before we jump into the episode and the little bits and bobs, if you could do me the favour of liking, subscribing, show your support on the channel, I would greatly appreciate it. And if you're appreciating what we're doing and where we're going and what we've done, then just good of you, innit? Do the madness, give the bell a tickle. We've played a few games. It's not been going fantastically, if we're honest. So we're here for the game against Heracles, last episode. Followed that up with a 2-0 loss against Willem II. Then we did beat Groningen 3-1. Lost 4-2 to Sittard, which was incredibly annoying. Then Vitesse, we beat 2-0. And most recently, we lost to Valvik 3-1. So we beat Vitesse in Groningen, and we lost to Valvik, Sittard, and Willem II, which doesn't make any sense. We've got a few players that are going to be joining us at the end of the year. And I've got a loanee that's came in from our new senior affiliate, who I almost forgot who they were. It's Atalanta. Just give you a little spoiler. Let's go into our transfers. There are only a few. Samuel Adrian has left us on a deal that was confirmed in about November. He's gone over to Gothenburg for 1.2 million. Then we lost Donovan Ommel to VVV Venlo, who's one of our youngsters. He was only about 3-star potential, even if he maxed it. Wasn't particularly upset about losing him. Couldn't be bothered to offer him a new contract. And we sent out Ilias Shufflin out on loan to De Graafschap. We also did have another little bit of business. I know I talked about, I forgot the fella's name. Van Zupten. He no longer wants to leave. And he's signed a contract. So that's good. So we'll have him pottering about for the next few years. We still haven't managed to get a contract in Van Buren. I'll try again now while we're here. He's just not happy. I did say that we'll challenge for the title. So if we don't challenge for the title, he's going to be upset and then want to leave. But at that point, I'm hoping I leave, and then I can take advantage of that. Shh, don't tell him. We'll follow that up with, I'm going to call them signings. Thomas Russell has came in from Salt Lake. He's a youngster. Looks pretty decent. It's worth 3 to 5 million. I think that price is very generous, to be honest. I said we needed right back cover, and I brought in Sylvan Vidma. So he's wandered his way to us. All 34 years of him, and he's played a few games, and he's been okay. We do currently have our actual right back out at the moment, unfortunately. So Vidma's holding the fort for us at the moment. And our striker, who's going to offer some challenge to Foday Fofana, is Luca Savoia. He has came in as, well, we're not paying him a penny. He's worth 6.5 to 8 million, which doesn't mean too much, to be fair. He's either-footed, a perfectionist, and he looks pretty handy. His finishing's not great, but it'll do for us. Even if it's just to get Foday Fofana to realise that he needs to start scoring again, that'll do enough for me. We are going to be playing SC Harrenbane. They are currently 7th in the league, 5 points behind us. We are only 2 points off the European positions, and the less that we can say behind Ajax, the better, to be honest. Heerenveen, I'm pretty sure the only reason they're one of my favourite teams is because of their kits, because they're just a bit fun. So, yeah. We've had some little tweaks with player roles, but the formation's still as it was. The only thing I'm going to do is drop down the pass directness slightly, because I did that in the game against Lisa, and I completely forgot to do it again, because I was trying to slow it down, and it was pretty effective. So I'll try it in this one, see how that works. But we have Karavic in goal, Vidma, Amaro, Van Buren, and Kurdeman as our back four. Hall is now a anchorman at the base of the midfield with Castro and Hayes Gonzalez, and Torre is a advanced playmaker. I did consider, and I was almost signing Carney Chukwuemeka, but I managed to control myself and not do that. We then have Savoia as a deep line forward alongside Fofana as our advanced forward. Heerenveen, wow, their form is appalling. They're lining up with a 4-3-1-2. Decent players, to be fair. Hiro Terravest, I'm a fan of. But, yeah, he's probably old now. Not very good. And our form isn't great. But if you look at the form of the form, we're due for a win, so we'll take that. 20 minutes have now passed with very little happening. Twente have beaten Venlo 3-2, funnily enough. That was it. There was a Twente link there, and I went for it. We're now 35 minutes in with nothing happening and Hay having a small knock. So I'm going to see what that is and see if we need to take him off. It's a groin injury. Don't want you running around on that, lad. So we'll get you off for Egloff. We'll leave the other as it is. Savoya's not having a great game to start. So I'll drop him from that to a... Oh, where should we go? We'll go false 9. Why not? We'll give that a shot. Why wouldn't you play a false 9? Definitely going to work. We have a highlight just before half-time. Darpino is putting in for Heerenveen, Boschenwitz, and then Cherney's shot has snuck its way all the way into the bottom corner. That's changed the team talk. I think I'm going to have to shout at him now. I was going to have a moan previously, but I think it might be upgraded to a shout now. Stats are pretty bleak looking at this. I'm going to go change everything back to how it was and see if that has any sort of a beneficial impact for us. I'll go defensive mid just on defend. I'll change that to a deep line playmaker on support. We'll go back to a target man here and we'll just tell our man to get over it. Other than that, I'll make these centre-back defends as well, actually, because the ball-playing ones are slightly different. Hopefully that'll have some sort of magical thing and we'll win 4-1 now. There is a highlight from kickoff. It's definitely going to work. We are definitely going to win. Mustafa to Lukina. Darpino out to Raitan on the left. Our right back wasn't fancy in tackling him. Cherney, yeah, okay, that didn't help. Didn't help at all. He's somehow scored in the 47th and then the 46th. Brilliant ball out to the left. I'd like to have Vidma to have just kind of gone out in there and just kind of break him a little bit, but that's when we end up picking up red cards and stuff, and I hate that even more. Vidma throws it short to Fofana. Shortish. Back to the fullback. Traore, Hall, Egloff. Striker to Savoia. Over to Fofana. That was a really nice goal. I'm a big fan. Savoia's awareness there, just to slip it across to his other striker. Fofana to actually score a goal. It's all good. Torre, not Traore as I just called him, Hall and Egloff. Egloff sees a man out wide and he goes, no, Savoia can have it. He slips it back across. Fofana finds the bottom corner. It's the 48th minute now. Literally nothing happened until the 47th minute of the game. And now there's been 3 goals in technically 1 minute. There's been 3 goals in 0 minutes. It's very impressive. Just past the hour mark. Den Haag throw short and immediately lose possession. El Idrissi, Lakina, Stankovic. There's a lot of comfort in their play, and I'm not a fan. Darpino, Mustafa, and Dar Raitan. Brilliant ball. That's a fantastic ball forward. I'm hoping he's offside. But if it's not, then fair dues. Because your man has put in a fantastic ball through to that striker there. I'm pretty sure with the outside of his foot. That's unfortunate. I'm happy about it. But it's unfortunate for the right back. Look at this. Jeez. That, I genuinely is sublime. 70 minutes. I've just berated him. It had a negative impact. Which is kind of understandable. We'll bring Amaro off for... Oh, okay. Van Zupton. I do have a right centre-back on the bench. We'll take Castro off as well for Class or Ben Musa or Simmons. We'll bring him off for Simmons and swap Egloff and Simmons about because Simmons is left-footed. Get him out on that side. Terravest throws short to Darpino. Back to the fullback and El Idrissi on the edge puts it all the way back to his centre-back. Terravest out on the right-hand side now. He's got past his man, put in a cross. really deep, really poor. Dalraitan, Mustafa. This is looking very, very comfortable for Heerenveen. I'm not particularly keen on it. Terravest and Stankovic now. Back to Mustafa on the edge. Dalraitan. Back out to Terravest. He's has managed to get the ball in. Oh, okay. What the hell was that? We got away with it, but what the hell was it? 15 minutes left now. I'm going to move us to attacking, and I'm going to try and encourage them. Hopefully that will do. There you go, green faces. They're not all incredibly angry at me for some reason, because I shouted at them. That's probably it. Sané to Mustafa, and his shot is just over. They are looking very comfortable. Moving to attacking hasn't helped, so I've dropped us to balanced and hope that will give us some control of the game. Pass directness, I think we won't leave as much shorter. Maybe when it's a stronger team, we go towards the middle of that bar, and if it's a weaker team, we'll go towards the start of it. I don't know. I suppose it makes sense if they're a better team than us. We're not going to be able to dominate passing quite as much, so we need to be quicker. I have been keeping half an eye on the vacancies. There's a few ambitious ones I've thrown out. The Lazio job came available, so I applied for it. Man U job's possibly going to come available soon, so needless to say, I'm going to apply for it. Saint Etienne, I haven't applied for, I don't believe. No, I'm not sure on it, to be quite honest. They're doing all right. They're not really as strong as I'd like them to be. They're like 13th. They just happen to be playing well this season. So it wouldn't make sense for me to go for them. I want to be joining a decent team. A decent team, or a team I like. Udinese were kind of floating about in the insecure section, but they've dropped down to be stable. So I don't think that's one that I'm going to go for. If it pops up, I'm going to apply for it because I like Udinese. But outside of that, I don't think it's one that I'll be chasing, really. Season preview has Udinese as, where are they? 10th, so pretty middling. And then there's no one really there that's going to be around here, as you'd expect. Villa, at the moment, we'll have a little look, see what they're up to under Eddie Howe, because they didn't give me the job, which is just rude. They're currently sat in 17th. So there is a possibility that they might be seeing a new manager again this year, which obviously as soon as that comes available, I'm going to apply for. I'm reluctant to try and take a job. I definitely want to finish out this season with Den Haag. If I can take a job and then kind of join at the end of the year, then maybe. But I don't want that to happen, and then while I'm waiting to join my new club, the Villa job to become available again. So I'll have to have a little look, see what's going on there. But outside of that, I think we're doing all right with that. Do you know what? We're not doing all right. We're doing fantastically. It's just upsetting that we were doing brilliantly, and we started to drop off a tiny bit. But we're expected 14th, and at the moment, we are currently sat in 5th. So, yeah, the win against Heerenveen could have taken us up into the European positions again, but that would mean displacing Ajax, Feyenoord, AZ, or Eindhoven, which isn't likely. If you are enjoying what's going on, then just carry on your support on the channel. It's fantastic. And there's some items on screen that you can click on if you'd like to go to another one of my videos. And thank you very much for your time.